little caps right here. But if you pull them back, they're oilers. See, it goes through and feeds right here. It's got one there. And I know there's some on the other. This is just the front of the apron. I know there's more on the rest of the apron. I got to drill a couple holes in a board, set it on there, and then I'll put this on my little milling table and run it back and forth, and then I'll use this stuff. It's called, can't remember. It's rubbery plastic infused with sand. Cratex, it's called Cratex. And then I'm gonna re-jewel this. Now a lot of them were jeweled from the factory. Like, there are parts on my lathe that have jeweling, so it made sense to me that this had been jeweled. But since this thing spent so many years underneath water, when I went to clean it, it probably just knocked it off. It's not like they do jeweling very deep. Okay, so right here what I'm doing is there are a few oilers on the front of the apron cover, and they were made out of steel, so I ordered some brass ones to go in there. They just have a little ball and spring in the middle of them, and you'll see those installed later on. I would love to say that that is all the sandpaper this is taking. You can see it on the right side of the screen there piling up. But for several weeks, every time I pass this thing, I spent some time on it. You're going to see micro fractures in it. And that's from the original casting, and you can't get those out. But when this thing's at an angle, you can see your reflection in it pretty good. It's not a mirror finish, but the jeweling really looks way more impressive in person than what comes out on video. Coming up in the top right hand corner, you will see an image of the day we unloaded it in the shop, and it is very different.
You will bow down before me, Jor-El. I swear it. No matter that it takes an eternity, you will bow down before me! Both you, and then one day, your heirs!
Okay, so now you see we are jeweling with the Cratex. This is on an old Craftsman drill press. I don't have a mill. I wish I had a mill. In the future, I'd really like to get my hands on a Bridgeport that would make this kind of work much easier, as well as other jobs I could get done in the shop. But it does look like it was done by a machine when I got finished. I did take my time. This is several hours that you're seeing in just seconds. But it turned out very, very nice, and I was very satisfied with it. This is me taping up with high temperature tape the front quick change gear case. I've powder coated everything on this machine. The only paint on it goes over the little numbers that show you which gear to put it in. If you don't want to have to take powder coat back off, you better put some high temp tape over it. Okay, so more jeweling. This is the spindle housing or headstock, whatever you want to call it. It had some pretty severe hammer marks in it. I spent a lot of time polishing it, but not too deep because I didn't want to go over the serial number or the Hardinge brothers' name, which is still stamped in the front of it from over 100 years ago. Came out really nice. And then this next thing I'm doing is brazing. There was a little nick spot on the saddle for the tailstock, and it just made me laugh because it made me think of blazing saddles.
The Camptown ladies sing this song, doo-dah, doo-dah. The Camptown racetrack 5 miles long, all the doo-dah day.
And now we're to the actual second layer of brazing, I think. I have never brazed before on anything like this. It took a few tries to get the heat just right. And I do believe I need some larger brazing rods. These are real small. So you get lots of little drips in there. And if at one point you see me come out of my skin, it's because a ball of molten brass went into my shoe. And I am paralyzed, but I do have hypersensitivity because I'm not a total sever. And I probably should have kept that part in there, but screaming at the top of my lungs in front of my audience isn't probably very appropriate. If you want to, you can jump to about 10 minutes and 25 seconds and just watch the last few seconds of this if you don't want to spend 40 seconds watching this. I sometimes entertain watching people brazed, and then other times I'm not. I've watched myself do it enough times now that obviously I'm not interested in watching myself do it. But I do learn every time I do it here, and this actually came out really nice. Okay, so I got the brazing done on that. It came out really nice. I am now back at the Craftsman drill press, and we're jeweling this. It came out really gorgeous. I cannot wait for you to see it all built and put together. I don't know if we'll have one more video or two more videos. I like to show my work. I've done a lot of work on this, and I want everybody to see it. So hopefully we will be able to do this in 2 installments instead of just one more. Okay, so here's a little slower look at some of the components and parts and pieces that are on my lift. At one point there was 16 feet of parts on one side, 8 feet on the other. Right now I am gathering up components that go inside the end gear case, what I'm calling the transmission, because that is the high, medium, low case, and your forward and reverse case as well. Gathering these up, I'm going to clean them and polish them, and there's a lot of cast iron that I did actually end up polishing that was not originally polished. It came out really nice. You can see that bandsaw in the background. That's a JD something or another. That'll be in another video. That's from like 1916. Anyway, I did not sort all of this stuff. Vaguely sorted it. It all went into a bucket of Rust 911, and which is a phenomenal product. 1 gallon makes 16 gallons, and it's like $75 versus that $35 a gallon competitor that only makes 1 gallon for 1 gallon. Anyway, there's a little bit more left in this video. You'll see at the very end. Please stay tuned to look at it. You will see the few of the things we'll be working on in the next video. I have still got to finish the carriage, apron, cross slide, compound slide, tool post, and the drive carriage for the, oh, if you look to your left, you might see something that I didn't mean to put in the video. A little bit of Easter egg there, I guess. Anyway, stay tuned to the end and you'll see some of what's coming in the next video. I appreciate all of you that watch. Please subscribe. Please share me with other people. I'd really like to build this video up. I have put a lot of work into this one rebuild just to show that I am willing to go the whole 9 yards, the however long it takes and whatever it takes to get this done and done back correct. This will be the only one of these in existence that was done by an individual and not a company that will be this well rebuilt, bearings, seals, and all. Anyway, again, I'm Gen X George. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Watch to the end. Thank you.